Alrighty, this field's all planted, I think. Probably not, frig it. Let's move over to this field. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this sprayer off because I don't really like it. I know I have another sprayer in there, and it's way over there. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, let's put this sprayer up here against the chicken coop. Let's play the game of moving shit around to get to the other sprayer. Move this here cultivator out of the way. Because we're gonna get in there. I don't know if I can hook this thing up to the front. Let's find out. Yup. And we'll dump that there. And we'll grab this sprayer, stab it on the front, kick her in full reverse, pick up this thing again. Like I have front brake lights. Frig sakes, did I do that wrong? Oh yeah, big times. Okay. So now we have our corn planter and our sprayer. So we're going to come down here, drop this off here. Let this guy plant the shit out of some corn. Actually, what I should do is get, where the hell is it? Can I fit through here? Yep. I want to get this cultivator out of the way. Oh, he should be okay. Now, we're going to need to feed the cows. So let's go grab that forklift. Wherever the hell I put it. I'll just tab to it. There we go. Always keep your cows fed. That way there you get more poop. Okay, and we'll stab that into there. And we'll grab another one of the green ones. So now we got a bunch of them after mowing that lawn. down. And stab that into there. Logie really doesn't like this here forklift. I think this forklift's great. I love the boom operation. Sure, it doesn't have a good silage scoop, but everything else about it's pretty cool. Alright. Get this guy out of the way. Jump in this. And we'll go scoop up some silage. Make the perfect cow shit. And let's go dump this into the guy. And this will give us enough cow food for the cows so that they're happy and they poop more. Speaking of which, I want more cows. $140 cows. Let's make some more green hay bales. This is set up for wide spreading. I don't think this grass has fully come back yet. Nope. Oh well, we'll double mow it. A lot of people were asking about this mower and why it has a hitch on the back. And a lot of people went and bought the Krone. What is this? The Krone Big M500. If you buy the one from the actual tractor store, it doesn't come with the PTO hitch on the back. This is a mod that was downloaded and installed to make this job just that much easier. And you know what? There's no grass here to do, so whatever. I'm going to grab the trailer and just go fill that up with grass while we wait for that corn to plant. But yeah, this is completely a mod that we got off of one of those modding websites. Basically it allows you to hook this guy up to it. That's about it though. I wasn't able to hook up any other trailers. We've tried a bunch. Oh, this thing's already full of grass. Oh. Oh, forget that noise then. Guy full of grass? No. Well, let's go out there and we'll mow these fields. But yeah, this is a mod that was downloaded to allow us to do what we're doing. That's why we have the ability to get as much grass as we do is because of these mods. Now, I'm probably going to download, there's a couple people who mentioned that there's a new, front end loader that'll do silage and a bunch of other things. Oh, apparently I'm going too fast. But it'll do silage, and it has a capacity of 100,000 instead of 10,000, so we could really dump the silage out of that guy fast and make some serious bank. However, also, if you were to screw up, you could lose some serious bank, you know, if you dump it on the ground or whatever. But all in all, I think this is pretty sweet. See, I always test the mods offline before I take them into the actual game. That way there, if it does screw up and wreck the game, it doesn't wreck the save. Anybody who's recorded with Fraps knows that if you don't close your Frap session, the file that it creates is corrupt. So you gotta make sure that when you're recording that everything's gonna work flawlessly and you're not gonna get any hiccups. So yeah, good times. Holy shit. Tame down the speed again, I guess. Keep saying I'm going too fast. I don't think so, but well, the game knows better than I do. Alright, so choppy. I think this trailer can only hold 44,000. Bigger trailers over at the cow silage place. I didn't want that to happen. I wanted to keep the big trailer here, but I'm probably going to buy a third mower like this with a trailer for over here, so that when Logie and I want to mow lawn and make silage, we can. But you know, it's not a big deal. Like, I can just basically like, I've been playing single player now for a bit. Like I said before, Logie's on the Tech-It hard, and I don't know if I'll be able to get him off the Tech-It. He's like one with the Tech-It. Mind you, Tech-It is pretty fun, but seeing how we've been playing it every night this week, I'm actually getting kind of bored of it. Like, we're at a state now where we have pretty much everything we need to survive. There's nothing else left to build. Well, there's tons of stuff to build and stuff to learn, but it's gotten to the point where I'm actually kind of bored of it. So I wanted to play some Farming Simulator, and that's what I'm doing. So I don't have my farmhand with me. I got to do things on my own now. Not a big deal. But yeah. Not a big deal indeed. One thing I liked about Tech-It was there's these things called mining turtles, and they allow you to basically, you can tell them to go ahead and mine for you, and they'll punch a hole through the ground and just give her. Now, I found out with mining turtles, you can actually train them to build, place blocks and things. So I was like, okay, well, let's have some fun with that. So I wrote a program called House, and you load them up with 236 blocks. Now my numbers are off, but anyway, you load them up with a bunch of blocks, whatever you want to use for sidewalls. Load them up with a bunch of blocks for whatever you want to use for your roof, whatever you want to use for your floor. And the turtle just takes off and builds you a house. And then once it's said and done, well, congratulations, you just built yourself a freaking awesome house without doing anything. Now, I tested it out and it worked pretty good. Made a nice little cobble fortress. And you can put anything you want in there. Cobble, marble, freaking stone, rock, obsidian. As long as it's a placeable block, you can stab it in there. And it's the first 4 slots that you have to put 64 of each. And then for the roof, you can use wood, you can use whatever you want. It'll basically put a lid on it. It'll detect if you have glass in slot 6. If you do, it'll actually install windows in the house. If you don't, then it won't. It'll also install, you have to have 5 torches. If you have 5 torches, it'll basically set up lighting in the house, and all you have to do when you're done is slap a door on it. I didn't bother worrying about doors because some people like to use wooden doors, some people like to use iron doors, some people like to use reinforced doors, so I didn't bother worrying about doors. But yeah, the programming language on it's pretty simple. Kind of reminds me of Java a little bit, because basically it uses the same type of syntax. But that's what the thing with programming that a lot of people don't understand is once you know how to program, once you have the logic behind programming, it's just knowing the syntax to get the computer to do what you want it to do. Once you got the syntax down, then you're off to the races. Like a computer can only do 6 functions: add, subtract, multiply, divide, delete, and create. That is it. And with those 6 functions, you can build a game like I'm playing now, if you think about it. Because what am I doing right now? Well, I'm subtracting from the land, but adding to my trailer. So the algorithm for it is pretty simple. If grass equals tall, so there's probably a number value for this grass over here of 1, this grass over here of 0. So if grass equals 1 and mower on top running, then grass equals 0. You will give the shredded grass that you see there, that white grass, create that as 1, and you know the logic for it is so simple. But you can make it really complex. Like, programming is more of a taking an idea, and then you need to figure out how you're going to do it with those lines of code. And honestly, with the turtles, you can have them do whatever you want. Like, it's so cool. Like, I could sit there and have a turtle design the cannon, because you can get a cannon mounted on your house, right? I could have a turtle sit there and design a cannon, and like a tower, and have them shoot out a cannon at the top, and just give her. Like what I've done with the turtle, my first program was called Stairs, and all it did was it built a flight of stairs going down into a mine, a 3x3. I already mowed there. I gotta move over. But all it did was create a 3x3 line of stairs. And that's it. So it would go 3x3, and it would go down in 1 increment. And then what I might do is, oh shit, Adam, learn to drive. What I might do later on is modify the program so that there's actually it doesn't pick up the cobble off the ground, and it'll sit there and turn around and plop down an actual staircase. So that we always have a staircase going down. So it'll make a nice set of stairs that you can just walk on, that you don't have to jump on, going straight down to bedrock, and it'll be fine. And what's nice about the mining turtles is they don't give a shit about lava. They don't give a shit about water. They just go right through it. Logi's went right through lava and was mining the lava and destroying the lava blocks. It was hardcore. Now we do have a patch on the server running where mining turtles cannot be used on faction land. Obviously the reason being is, let's say, you know, you're playing on the server, you have a faction set up, I want to get in there and grief you, I can just have my turtle punch a hole right through your house. I can have my turtle punch a hole right through your chest. Once your chest is destroyed, all the contents come flying out. Guess what I now have? I now have all your shit. Probably not a good thing, right? Oh, I'll disable the mower. Filled up another run. But yeah, basically that's what I've been dicking around with on the Tekkit server, was with the mining turtles, and we've gotten a lot of stuff going. Last night, Logie built a nuclear power plant, which scares the shit out of me, because if that thing ever goes freaking supernova, it's gonna wreck a lot of stuff. That's for sure. But he's convinced he built it right, so well, I guess we're just gonna have to believe him.